one of the rarest LEGO colors ever. It's metallic green. How the heck do you get pieces in this unique color? How much does it cost to buy them? And how could you use them to make incredible Bionicle creations? Well, in today's video, we'll be discussing all of that. So buckle your pants and get ready. Let's dive in. Metallic green, it's super pretty, isn't it? We see it appearing on these lovely Technic panel pieces. If you want these parts, they only appeared in 2 LEGO sets. The first one is this 4x4 off-roader Technic set. It's set number 8466. Honestly, I think this is a beautiful classic Technic set. It's very, very nice. The other set that this appears in is called Extreme Off-Roader, set number 8465. And that's it. You can only get metallic green pieces in these 2 sets. Nothing else. Well, you can get metallic green pieces in 2 Bionicle sets as well, but I don't know if those count. Why is that? Well, you see, the sets they come in are Livak Kal. They come with a metallic green Krana. And then in the green Rakshi set, Lerak, they come with some metallic green Krata. Bricklink classifies these 2 pieces and all of their different variants as metallic green. So by that logic, yeah, they're metallic green pieces. But I don't know if they really are that color. You see, when we look at this MOC here that's called Muto Gorzek, this was built by Victor, we can see that they use some of these metallic green Technic panel pieces all throughout the design, using these parts for wings, armor, even feet. All of that's really clever. But the face, see, it's using one of these metallic green Krana. But notice how it's a different shade of green? It is different to these Technic panel pieces, even though it is actually meant to be the same color. So I would kind of say that they're not metallic green by that logic. Yeah, maybe it's the fact that the Krana pieces are a rubber element, whereas these other parts are a solid plastic. Maybe the difference in material is enough to make it look visually different. But yeah, I would argue that these Krana and Krata pieces are actually a whole other color, or at least a different shade or kind of an offshoot of metallic green. But look, whatever color these pieces actually are, metallic green is still a rare color. It only appears in 2, possibly 4 sets. And that still makes it pretty rare. Because you know, these Technic sets, they came out in 2001, and those Bionicle sets, 2003. So either way, we haven't seen this metallic green color appearing in any sets for well over 20 years. Now look, the act of making a brand new color, it isn't exactly cheap. That's why these days LEGO doesn't really just make all these random new colors all the time. If they do release a new color, they make sure to justify it, ensuring that it's appearing in multiple sets across multiple different themes, and that way it's actually worthwhile making the investment in that color. Yeah, like I said, these Technic sets, they came out in 2001. And in the early 2000s, that was a pretty wild time for the LEGO group. They were on the verge of bankruptcy, and they were making a lot of choices that weren't exactly the most profitable. One of which was making a bunch of random, brand new colors. But towards the middle of the 2000s, LEGO took steps to maintain better control of the company's finances. And part of that was limiting the overall size of the LEGO color palette. So metallic green and many other one-off colors like this, they were axed. And I think it's safe to say we'll probably never see them again. So yeah, this metallic green color probably was one of the many reasons and many factors that helped lead to the company going into near bankruptcy. Putting it in 2 sets and then just straight up discontinuing the color was likely a very expensive thing to do, and I'm not sure how much money they made off doing it. Now, on the subject of prices, what are these pieces worth? Thankfully, not much. If you want to buy some to use in MOCs, you can get them relatively cheaply. Here are the prices for each of these panel pieces on Bricklink. At max, they sell for like $1 or $2 Australian dollars, which is about the exact same price in United States dollars. But that's kind of even on the high end. At most, they sell for like, I don't know, 50 cents or even less than that, which rocks. This way you can easily buy some really uniquely colored parts, and when you build a MOC, you get to play with a funky brand new color scheme that's unlike anything else. Heck yeah! The only metallic green piece that is expensive is this ribbed hose piece. It comes in this 4x4 off-roader Technic set. You can see it at the very front of the vehicle. If you want this piece, you can get it used for about $3. but given that it's used, it's probably not going to be in the best condition. If you want one that's in good condition, it averages for about $10, and sometimes even as high as $15 to $30, but that's at a bit of a push. All of those prices were in Australian dollars. In United States dollars, that's anywhere from $6 to about $20. So a bit more expensive, but not too bad. Now sure, it's all very exciting to purchase these uniquely colored parts, but how could you use them in a mock? Well, here's multiple examples of creations that use these pieces in some pretty clever and creative ways. Let's check them out. Muto MOCs has a creation that incorporates a lot of these parts. We see some of them flowing down the body onto this lovely looking waist armor. Very nice, very fancy. We have some of the larger Technic panel pieces used on the arms. They work well as kind of vambrasses of sorts. And then heaps more of them are attached onto the shoulders and the torso. Layering it like this, it makes for some incredible armor. Oh, and then one more cool addition. A big old shield that uses these pieces. Mate, how good does that look? So many different uses for all of these pieces. And when you partner metallic green with dark tan and silver, ooh, you get something really, really special. DonnyV is up next, and they have built a mock that's called Toa Nainra, the Proto-Crafter. Yeah, mixing these parts with dark orange and black, that looks sensational. While this is meant to be a Toa of iron, the color scheme, it reminds me of copper when it oxidizes and it turns into that lovely green color. I mean, heck, why not build yourself a Toa of copper and then give them a color scheme that's fairly similar to this? Honestly, I think that would look great. Anyway, yeah, angling these pieces so that they look like robes, that's a pretty sick idea. Good thinking. Over to Nan and Zed, they give us a spaceship that has a very psychedelic and funky color scheme. Azure and metallic green. There's something so alien and otherworldly about these colors. If you want to make a spaceship or, I don't know, some kind of alien life form, using these parts and using these colors, that's going to be a good way to do so. The overheating orange has a snake-like Rahi called Nakata. You know, this design looks like a set straight out of 2001. It's got such a classic Bionicle vibe to it. And I mean, I guess that's what happens when you use metallic green pieces that came out in the exact same year that Bionicle debuted in. The fact that these pieces inject a nice ounce of nostalgia and a feeling of old classic Bionicle, well, that makes them a powerful tool. And finally, Bionic Forge uses these pieces on their self-mock. Yo, look at how they combine these pieces with olive green Lego elements. You know, pieces like those small Technic panels and some of the other system elements scattered all across this mock. These are official olive green Lego pieces, but this olive green mask, that's a custom piece. Still, olive green and metallic green, they blend together so nicely. There's a great color combination that you could play with yourself. How lovely. You know, these parts and pieces have so many great creative possibilities. And they're so cheap as well. It's a win-win situation. I highly recommend going over to bricklink.com and picking some up for yourself, and then build a Bionicle mock with them and have a great time. Anyway, if you enjoyed some of the mocks that you saw in today's video, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. You can see more of their work right there. Thanks for watching, happy building, and bye for now.